Okay. Hello. Hi. Who are you? Where are we? Who am I? I think I'm That's Good Sports, and I think the Broncos just beat the ever-living pea out of the Bengals. Um, Before I get ahead of myself, I'm not overly impressed with this win. I want to start with that, okay? I'm not overly impressed with this win. This is what should have happened. My take really is the Bengals might be a lot worse than I even thought, and I thought they would be bad. Thought Jake Browning would be bad, and I love that the Broncos got the win. They needed to get the win. There's still some questions, but a lot of positives to take away as well from, anytime you win 28-3, that's a very good thing. I'm not trying to knock on the Broncos win. But I've got some questions. I have some questions. I live streamed the game. Tom and I had a drink. And I didn't want to go to bed yet. So I said, let's just go live. Let's talk about this game like adults. Let's talk about this like adults. Yes. Adulting. And we'll get into it. But first, I gotta go to this other background. Hold on. I fucked up. I put in the wrong thing. Let me get it. Where are you at, Cincy? No. Hold on. This is not even going to be really necessary, but I just have to do it at this moment. I got to switch this to... Hold on. This is what you get when I'm a little buzzed talking about the game. After the game, when I wasn't planning on talking about the game. But Tom made me drink. And now I don't want to go straight to bed after having a drink. There we go. Okay, now the background's correct, which means I have the right clips loaded. I can play the intro. We can pretend like we're doing a real proper live show here, like I'm a professional. And then we'll talk about this game. I'll continue to drink. We'll have some fun. We'll go back and forth with some questions. And go Broncos. Tom made me drink. Okay? Tom forced it down my gullet. 100%. Yeah. That's good. That's real freaking good. I normally don't mix my whiskey, especially when it's like one I like, High West, but I was already in the process of mixing it, so I just topped it off here. Anyway, are we gonna just talk about drinking? Is that why I'm doing this? Please defend Bo a bit more in clickbait. His wide receivers need to improve. That's fair. Glitter storm apocalypse. Ooh, that's if we have an apocalypse, that's the way I want to go out, in a glitter storm. Bo Nix in this game, as you can see, 326 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Interception was bad. I'm not going to lie. It was an interception in the end zone. Although it was a great catch by the Bengals defender. Bo should have just tried to run it in there, or I don't know, thrown it anywhere else. Who the fuck grabbed that though? Who was the guy who got the pick? Oh, they don't even have the pick style. Oh, there it is. Demetrius Knight, made a few plays, few hard hits from Demetrius, but that was that in the third quarter there, or was that in the second? I can't remember when that pick happened, but Bo rolling to his right, tries to force it in when there's nothing there, and Knight makes just a great play to grab that ball. That was the one bad throw from Bo, basically all night. One bad throw. Troy Franklin had a terrible drop. Okay, Glitter, I think you're talking about Troy Franklin. Actually, Troy had 2 drops in this game. That's a little concerning because we thought we were past the Troy Franklin drops. That was an issue last year. Troy Franklin had a really nice game against Indianapolis, even though the Broncos lost. But Bo hit Troy deep down the field I believe in the third. No, maybe it's the fourth quarter even. I forget. But the ball just went through Troy's hands. It went through Troy's hands. Now, the pass could have been slightly better from Bo Nix, but Bo's splitting two defenders in coverage there to Troy, and it drops in, and it literally just goes through Troy's hands. So when you're talking about, Bo's receivers need to step up, that's what you're alluding to. I think Cortland Sutton's still great. Sutton had a really, not incredible, but a very nice touchdown grab, a tough touchdown grab in the first half. Denver was up 21-3 after the first half of the football game. They got one touchdown in the fourth quarter. The second half of this game was just incredibly hard to watch because third quarter, nobody scored. The other pass that was maybe just a little bit off target for Nix, he had RJ Harvey. There's a left sideline. Harvey goes and Harvey barely jumps. Harvey jumped like this high off the ground. So I'm gonna put Harvey's hops at this high on that. But it's because he's kind of twisting a little bit. It was just a little outside, and Harvey's short. He's 5'8". So Bo maybe overthrew him there by about that much. But I thought Bo had a pretty solid game overall. When he went 28-3, yes, it's nice. J.K. Dobbins, before I forget, first 100-yard rusher for the Denver Broncos in 38 fucking games. It took 38 games before Sean Payton would give one man enough carries to get a goddamn 100 yards. And it was JK. And Harvey got 14 touches, 58 yards. And I think we're seeing J.K. Dobbins is just the best running back for the Broncos right now. And everything works better when they actually run the football. And it's not just running the football. It's not giving Bo Nix the option to throw, okay? I think there's a difference between calling an RPO for your quarterback and just a designed run. And I think the Broncos have a good enough offensive line if they just commit to running the football like they did in this game. Give J.K. Dobbins, he had 16 carries. Give him at least 15 carries a game. I would honestly like to see him get 20. And I don't want bullshit. I just want straight up runs because he's good. Dobbins and RJ Harvey's good too. I think I saw some nice things from Harvey tonight, but as a pure running back, I think Dobbins has two things that you can't really teach. It's vision and patience. A good running back waits for his blocks. He waits for holes to open up. And Dobbins had two plays in this game where the run was designed left one time. It was designed right the other time. He patiently waited. There was nothing there. He cut it back to the other side and turned them into, I think it was like a 9-yard gain and a 12-yard gain. So more of that from Dobbins, and they have to do that against Philadelphia next week if they want to have, I think, any success, because they're going to play a real defense next week. And the Bengals, I don't want to shit on their defense because they got nothing from their offense, but the Bengals defense was done at the end of the third quarter of this game. The Ravens are the Cowboys of the AFC. I would say that's a pretty accurate observation for the Ravens and Cowboys. To be honest, I was scared they were going to kick a last-second 26-point field goal. Yeah, a little nerve-wracking if you can get a 26-point field goal. I don't even know why they allow those in the NFL, but it's a weird rule, and I appreciate you pointing that out for us tonight, because that is tricky. Nobody ever wants the 26-point field goal. The Steelers might host a playoff game, Nick. Nick, email me your script and your invoice, Nick, for fuck's sake. Pound the rock. Cheers, Perna. Yeah, that's all they got to do. Pound the rock, and they'll be okay. I think tonight, if the Broncos played the Bengals with Joe Burrow, I don't even know if the Broncos win this game. And it's a weird thing to say when your team wins 28-3. And I think this was a needed win for the Broncos. I think it's a building block win for the Broncos. But I am very curious to see if if the Broncos are trailing, I'm curious to see if Sean Payton will stick with running. Will just straight up call runs for JK. I don't think he will. Also, I'm not a fan of these fucking pitch plays they're doing. The Broncos, was it a 3rd and 2? They pitched it back out to J.K. Dobbins. If you're 3rd and 2, why are you pitching it 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage? You turn a 2-yard gain that you need into like an 8 or 9 yard gain. And I don't think they're great at running those plays right now. So those are 2 questions I have. Can Troy Franklin be consistent when the game matters? I didn't care about Franklin's drop because the Broncos were up 21-3 at that moment. But like last year, we've seen these games where it's one thing that doesn't work, right? That costs the Broncos the game. This game, you would have looked at those drops, those missed opportunities. Bo Nix's interception, even though it was on 4th down, he's just trying to make a play. It's really not a bad interception he threw, but you know, interception's interception. You know, like you'd rather have the touchdown there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those drops. Can Sean stay consistent with the run game? Also, Cincinnati had how many penalties in this game? They had so many penalties. Where's penalties? They have penalties here? No. Denver, what did we punt? 4 times. Since he punted 8. Where the fuck are the penalties? Team stats, maybe? Yeah, they'll be here. 11 for 65 yards. Denver had 7, but 11 penalties. The Eagles, I don't think, are committing 11 penalties next week. So I'm curious to see if the Broncos can use this game as a building block and, play better. Play at least at this level against good competition. That's kind of my fear there. And Jake Browning, 125 passing yards. You're getting 32 yards out of Tee Higgins, 31 out of Chase Brown, 23 from Jamar Chase. And when Denver and Cincy went into overtime last season, Tee Higgins destroyed the Broncos. So, yeah, Jake Browning, while we saw him play well in 2023, he was not good in this game. And so I just fear a good quarterback. This game is a different story. Yeah, you need Joe Burrow. The Bengals need Joe Burrow. That's clear. We all knew they need Joe Burrow. But it became pretty evident tonight how bad the Bengals are without Joe Burrow and how many problems the Bengals have, I think, overall. I was happy to see Sean finally stop calling screen passes behind the line. They still ran some screens. The one issue they had, there was a drive. I think there was 2 penalties on Luke Wattenberg. There was maybe it was a hold. Or no, there's a hold, and then he false started maybe. And then they had a personal foul penalty, which was also bullshit. Troy Aikman even said that penalty was BS. So this game was a bit over officiated. I think it made a lopsided game even harder to watch. But if I would like to see, a better officiated game in the Broncos, maybe just a little cleaner. 7 penalties. You kind of want to be like 5 and under in penalties. If you can be 5 and under in penalties, you're a very disciplined team. You're not doing things that are going to cost you. And again, against a better team, one of those penalties might have been a big deal. 70 game streak without a 100-yard rusher. Feel blessed. Wow, that is a lot. 70 is a lot. And the Broncos have put up over 100 rushing yards. It's just they haven't had one guy do it. And that's a Sean Payton and the way he kind of calls the game type issue too. So, I love seeing it for Dobbins. Yeah, Dobbins, healthy. He needs more carries. I think I tweeted something about him needing more carries this week because he had 11 last week. And a bunch of people were responding like, you don't want to give him too many carries. He's had injury problems. Who the fuck cares? That's not a reason to not give a guy touches. He's clearly the best running back, and I think that was my biggest takeaway from tonight. You learned JK was your best running back, so use him. If you sign a guy to your roster, you can't sign a guy and worry about his injury history and limit his touches when he's clearly the best guy to help you succeed, not just as a rusher, but I think he does so much for the offense as a whole if he's rushing well. And I think he's earned the opportunity to get more carries. I think he's fought through so many injuries, and he was healthy last year in San Diego. He missed some time with the hamstring, but it wasn't a devastating injury like we'd seen before with JK. I think he's earned the right to get 20 touches. I think he's a guy who wants 20 touches. So, yeah, you do like seeing that for JK Dobbins. No, I appreciate you, Zachary. You are welcome. You are welcome. The TGS team, that is Will Keys, who is probably sleeping in Ireland right now. Johnny Barks and Connor, who help edit the videos. Rachel, who does these cool cursed logos. Oops, hold on. God damn it. Cursed logos, which are available at Benchwarmer Shop. Bengals fans, if you need a cursed tiger, it has no association with your team, but it is a cursed tiger. You might like that cursed tiger. It is available at Benchwarmer Shop. And Broncos fans, if you're watching, we're doing a giveaway to the Broncos Cowboys game. I'm doing 2 tickets. I'm doing a giveaway. That is also available at Benchwarmer Shop. There is a tab there. Here, I'll just show you guys. They're my tickets. I will digitally transfer them to you over at Benchwarmer Shop. I have extra tickets. You just go to this little tab here that says Broncos tickets. You have to give me your email so I can contact you. And I said, if I'm going to give away my tickets, I need to be able to contact you. Doing it through our website's the easiest way. And if you're going to take those steps, that maybe we'll send you an email every now and then about Benchwarmer Shop. So if you don't have a problem with that and you live in the Denver area or you can get to the game easily, I'm giving away those tickets, Broncos, Cowboys, which I felt better about a couple weeks ago. Cowboys offense scares me a little bit. We'll see. We're going to find out about the Broncos defense, I think, against the Cowboys, and we're going to find out about the Broncos resilience when they play the Eagles soon. So those are available over at Benchwarmer Shop, where I have coffee and, all the fucking bullshit I got there. Franklin was 1 catch away from winning me $800. Forgiveness is not my strong suit. Yeah, that's tough. That one hurts. I feel that. Also, sponsor, PrizePicks, code TGS. Dude, oh my God. I didn't hit on my PrizePicks. For the Broncos play, I took what I thought was the safest. Hold on, I'll just fucking show you. Wait, can I show this screen? Is there anything here that I can't? Let me just get a screen grab. My code is TGS. We're like 41 signups away from the next big bonus. They're sponsoring the show all year. If you like playing in those, you guess player stat totals. That's what you're doing at PrizePicks. And I have been a lot better at it this year. I have 6 wins so far. And if you know anything about me, I was terrible at those with my last sponsor. But I think PrizePicks legitimately, they offer better. Damn it, I put that in the wrong folder. Hold on. They offer better plays, and I think that's why I'm able to create better lineups. But Jake Browning fucked me, was my point. I'm going to show you. I thought the one thing I was sure about happening is Jake Browning throwing an interception, and he did not play well, but he did throw a pick. So I was going to hit my seventh one, and I missed because Browning never threw an interception. He was bad. He was terrible, but he couldn't throw a pick. Tee Higgins, he had 3. That was close. JK, 14.5-yard rush. Easy pick. Sutton, he had 5. He's Bo Nix's favorite target. So I didn't win on that one. But if you're going to play PrizePicks, code TGS, help me get, I think we're going to be 200 signups away from like 2,000. So every 200 signups, PrizePicks takes care of me. A nice bonus. Won this week by 0.06 because Knicks knelt it and lost 3. Ooh, that is close. Yeah, a victory formation. Broncos, maybe they had that in the Titans game. I can't remember, but it was nice to go to victory formation. Who the fuck is Perna? That's a great question. Who am I? I think I started the show by asking that.
Perna raid. Who the fuck is Perna?
Oh, Cam. Will's in Ireland. Will's in Ireland. He's in Ireland and he's sleeping. I talked to Will. I talked to him this week. But yeah, it'd be nice if Will was here. But I can't ask him to hop in. It's like 4 a.m. there. Who the fuck is Cam is the better question. Yes, they need more time to iron out some of the issues before we can call them contenders. But I'm glad that the Broncos are, well, we'll see if they're close. We're going to find out if they're contenders the next 2 games. The Cowboys defense, yeah, not great, but Prescott's playing out of his fucking mind. Prescott's playing very good football. So if our defense can slow down the Dallas offense, that'll be a nice sign. If they can beat Philly, who is playing very weird football, ugly football at times, but they're winning. I really wish Saquon would have had a big game because it feels like he's just due an insane performance. And I think Philly has a favorable matchup in the run game against Denver. Not if Saquon can get past that first level, right? We know Zach Allen, JFM, DJ Jones, those guys up front are good, but we have questions about the linebackers. And if Saquon breaks that first plane, it's going to be a long night, I feel like, for the Broncos against Philly. Dallas, slow down their offense because you're going to have to win in a shootout, basically, with the Cowboys. Go Broncos is right. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I read that. I am dumb. Dobbins, Broncos definitely needed to get me 18.5 tonight and got me 19. Let's ride and skull from North Dakota. Thank you for putting your faith in me, Brett, and the Broncos. But you put it in me first, and then I transfer that to the Broncos. I am the Broncos. I don't play for the team, but in my heart, I believe I play for the team. 3 times in 4 games where Cincy had less than 180 yards of total offense, and the one game they had more than that, Joe Burrow got hurt. Yeah. And like, dude, Cincinnati winning that game in Jacksonville, they got incredibly lucky. Did Jake Browning have 3 picks against Jacksonville? It was close, but that was a miracle. I don't know how they won that game because I legitimately think Cincinnati is maybe the 3rd worst team in the NFL right now. I think you got the Titans, the Panthers, and the Bengals as your 3 worst teams. And I might put the Bengals as the 2nd worst team in the league. And that's why, like, I love this win, but it doesn't answer a ton of questions for me. And I think most Broncos fans are probably smart enough to realize that too, right? Like, we love it. It feels great to get a 28-3 win. I think this should have been a 40-3 win. I think Troy Franklin should have caught that pass, that deep one, and Broncos should have scored there. The Broncos should have scored at some point in the 3rd quarter, right? Going the entire 3rd quarter without scoring, not even getting a field goal or getting into field goal range, that's kind of a problem for me. Bo Nix's weird, bad pick That's the other issue. But that's like two, you're talking about two plays there, two big ones, and then a bunch of little things, the penalties, some of that weird shit. They have to clean that up if they want to hang with the good teams. Otherwise, this season's going to play out just like last season. And I think we're expecting the Broncos to take a step forward. And right now, it feels like they're going to just be exactly the same. I need to see something from the Broncos that makes me believe they can be better this year than they were last year. And that if they get into the playoffs, they can actually win a game. And it's not like I need them to go into the playoffs where I feel like they can beat whoever they play. And not go into the playoffs and we're playing the Bills and we just accept that the Bills are going to beat us and we're happy to be there. I wasn't disappointed. No, I wasn't disappointed at all. I wasn't overly impressed. I was happy that they did what they were supposed to do. If they made a couple more plays, I'd feel very good. Feel very good. Well, Christian, you are welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you think the videos are hilarious. I find them to be sometimes funny. Sometimes I don't even know it's funny. Sometimes I think we make a good videos that's not funny. But I never really know. You just fucking throw it out there and hope it does well. Traded BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr., and Scatabo for Keenan and Breece Hall in fantasy. Interesting. I think Scatabo is on the rise up. I don't know about Brian Thomas. I got questions about the Jags passing game, but who knows? Yes. I think Bo needs to run a little more. Just run a little more, Bo. I got a little whiskey on this mic. I think, Bo's effective when he runs, and I think those opportunities will become more fruitful if the Broncos continue to run well with JK, right? Like if the Broncos run game successful, the defenses are going to have to play them honestly. So they're going to have to defend the pass. They're going to have to stay true to JK or RJ Harvey and some play action, some bootleg rollouts that are designed runs from Bo Nix, I think could be very effective for the offense. We are doing a blood drive with the Red Cross on Saturday in Loveland to honor my dad. Fuck yeah, Paul. If anyone is up that way and can donate, we are doing a pancake breakfast as well. God bless Bo Nix and TGS. If you guys are in the Loveland area, go support Paul. Paul, if I could make it up to Loveland and give my blood, I would. But yeah, man, that's cool that you're doing that for your dad. Anybody in that area, go give your blood, damn it. It's just your blood. You don't need it. Go help out Paul. You don't need your blood. Perna did curse the Colts. And shout out to me for calling the Colts to win at least 3 of their first 5. Wow, that's a good one. We are welcome. By the way, my son wants to be you. I'll tell your son right now, don't do it. Don't do it. Oxford Anderson's son. Do not do it, Oxford Anderson's son. Be better than me. Be better than me. Zach Taylor is really, really bad. Well, all right, yeah, and this has been a question with the Bengals for a while, right? Like, how good Zach Taylor? We don't know how good Zach Taylor is. Joe Burrow's really fucking good. We don't know if Zach Taylor's a good head coach, and maybe he's not. Maybe the Bengals could benefit from a better head coach. But at this moment in time, I don't blame Zach Taylor for struggling with Jake Browning as his quarterback. I watched this game. Jake couldn't do shit. Bengals couldn't sustain drives, right? They couldn't get first downs. There's 3 and outs. They get a first down, and then it's 3 and out. So I don't know. I think ultimately, yeah, you could probably find a better head coach than Zach Taylor if the right guy's available, but I'm not putting the current state of the Bengals on Zach Taylor. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. If that makes sense. Go Birds. White on white cornerback crime. Yeah, we'll see. I hope the Birds suck next week, Kevin. I need the Eagles to play the worst game, their worst game of the season. I need Philly to be terrible next week. I don't even care if the Broncos are actually better than Philly and win. I know they're not better than Philly right now. I don't care if they actually like play better than Philly. I just need the victory. And if the Eagles have to play the worst game of their life to make it happen and it's an anomaly, that's okay with me. I will lie to myself about the Broncos if they defeat Philly, is what I'm saying. My son wanted to be you too, so we sent him to boarding school for troubled teens. Hey, I was a pretty good teen. I was a very good teen. My parents trusted me. They gave me a lot of freedom. I got good grades. I drank. I didn't do drugs. I skateboarded. I shredded. Not my body, just my board. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, jerked off. A lot of masturbation. Thank you, Michael. Why is the first thing I hear when I join, you don't need your blood? Cody, you came in at the right time, is what I would say. We were promoting Paul's blood drive. It was for Paul's blood drive, Cody. It actually made sense. Made sense. Did I miss anything on Twitter here? I know I marked some shit from this game. I'll have a little bit from Broncos Bengals game and in winners and losers. Oh yeah, there's a lot of video footage. Ain't gonna get me, NFL. Ain't gonna get me. But this was an interesting play that happened though, right? Marvin Mims goes for the fair catch. He bobbles it, and the Bengal runs into him, and he took the ball away. And we thought, oh shit, did he just lose the ball? But he is a fair catch. You can't touch the guy who's trying to make a fair catch, even if he's bobbling the ball. And somebody tweeted, if you bobble a ball more than 3 times on a fair catch, you should be able to be hit. I disagree. Maybe next week when my guy didn't do it, I might agree. But it's a fair catch. It doesn't matter. He could bobble it 50 times. You can't touch him. You got to let him catch the punt. That would be ridiculous to let the guy touch him after a fair catch. That's the whole point of the fair catch. Russ moonballs to Chase and Higgins. I'm here for it. Oh, we were talking about that during the game. Would Bengals fans rather have Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson? I think you guys want Jameis. I know he's a little more volatile, but I think there's more upside with Jameis, and I think Jameis would actually utilize the weapons you guys have. And that's what sucks for Bengals fans. They got Chase. They got Tee Higgins. They got the other Chase, the running back out of the backfield. Gesicki was playing well when Burrow was in there. Yoshi Vosh. You got that other fucking tight end, Irwin, right? Is it Irwin? I always want to call him Steve Irwin, but I can't remember exactly who he is. There's a lot of playmakers for the Bengals. I think you insert Jameis Winston, he's throwing it 40 yards to Jamar, 40 yards to Tee Higgins, 40 yards to the other team, 40 yards to Jamar, 40 yards to the other team, 40 yards to Tee Higgins. You might lose, but you're going to be losing. This game was 28-3. If J-Mo in there, you're talking about a 30-28 victory maybe for the Bengals. 28-27 type game. I think that's who you need, Cincy. They need somebody. Jake Browning cannot sustain you if Joe Burrow can realistically return this season, right? He should heal from his injury. He got the surgery. He should be able to come back late in the season. And if you want to keep your season alive, Cincinnati has to find a more effective quarterback than Jake Browning. That is a fact. Tyreek Hill. I don't know if I can give Tyreek Hill the healing lights of heaven in power rankings, but yeah, his leg injury looked it was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. I hope he's all right. I hope they can fix it medically and he can play again because it looked that bad. Well, thank you. I'm glad my videos make your day. And the Broncos are definitely on the rise, and I could see a playoff win this year. I hope they are on the rise. They got to figure some shit out, but I hope they're on the rise. Fairs Bo Nix. Do you sell any coffee that's not whole bean? You can get all of the coffee ground. There's an option. You can select whole bean or you can select it pre-ground. So, and if you're going to buy one, if you like dark roast, I suggest you start with Fuck the Refs. This one's pretty good too. But yeah, we pre-ground that shit. Ben Johnson has more road wins than Eberflus did. Whoa. Is it 2? Is it because the Bears have had 2 road wins? Eberflus didn't have 2 road wins? Yeah, dude, I was trying to find that play, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh, fuck. I wish I didn't see that. It looked like it broke at the knee because the way his leg was. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know exactly what happened, but it looked horrific. Anyway, this was fun. Oh, look, Tom's still awake. Tom's still awake. Oh, you know what's funny is Tom and I ended the live stream. Oh, this was 5 minutes ago. He's probably not here. We ended the live stream, and then Tom and I started having a serious football discussion for like 3 minutes. And Tom goes, oh, yeah, we end the stream. And then we immediately actually start talking about football because we were kind of off the rails. But anyway. Tyreek Hill's leg, bad. If you're celebrating Halloween, I think you and your daughter should dress up as Showa Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, I don't know. I've never watched. She changes who she's going to dress up as basically every day. So I don't know what we're doing for Halloween. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out in the post game. I'll have winners and losers up tomorrow morning. And I got, what did I do today? The fucking Eagles Packers video. Yeah. Go check out Eagles Packers video. That's up. Winners and losers. I got to finish this whiskey so I can talk right. That's how it works, correct? Is Mike McDaniel AFC version of Cliff Kingsbury? No, I think Mike McDaniel is a good play caller. I don't know if he's head coach material, but I think he can be an elite offensive coordinator. And I think things would be going a little more smoothly if the Dolphins just had a better roster. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the Dolphins do without Hill. Yeah, you should pick another team besides the Dolphins. Losing Hill is going to be tough. The win over the Jets, not that impressive. Yes, pick a side team. Pick the Broncos. Well, the Broncos are going to be a little up and down too. Pick the fucking Lions or Bills. No, you won't pick the Bills. They're in your... Pick the Lions. If I miss clickbait, remind Scooter that the Cowboys have more ties than championship appearances over the last 30 years. That's a nice stat. That's the stat of the day. That is 100% the stat of the day. Oh, I'm not going to remember. I am 100% not. Hold on. Speaking of clickbait. The punishment. You guys made me buy this bullshit shirt. It came in. This stupid ass shirt came in, so I will have this for clickbait. It's a medium, but this thing looks kind of small. It's free. Oh, what the fuck? No, they did. They sent me a small. No wonder. Anyway, I had to buy this dumbass piece of shit shirt. So hopefully I'll have my Pokemon poem ready. I'll wear this stupid ass thing too. Oh, Tom is here. Tom did come back. Look, Tom, we can't quit. We can't quit working, Tom. Did you get your video up, Tom? Let's see. Did Tom get his video up? If he got his video up, I'm going to be very impressed. And I'm rarely impressed by Tom. Oh, he did get it up. Oh, he got that shit up 10 minutes ago. What a fucking psychopath. Let's see here. Great. There. I commented on his video and I liked his video.
Our defense looked good. Aaron Rodgers was.
Ha! Look at that. Look at that, Tom. Let's just watch this in its entirety.
Was efficient. We actually had a run game. Oh no, I'm gonna say it. Steelers got a super. I thought Carson Wentz being a redhead would give us a boost in Ireland, but turns out you still need an offensive line regardless of what country you play in. Drake May was phenomenal.
Just kidding. I won't watch the whole video, Tom, but that would have been funny. That would have been funny. One question. Why is your TV so high up, Tom? Why are you looking so high up? What are you looking at? Are you talking to God? Are you talking to God? Anyway, go check out Tom's video. He got that shit up so fast. That's great. Well, it's only a 6-minute video. I mean, my videos are like 25 minutes, so they take a little more time. But you guys should go watch Tom's video. Where's the Broncos part, Tom? That's Eagles. Oh, that's Packers. Is that Packers? Yeah, he saved Packers. Look, he saved Packers for last. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we're right before. Right before. Well, let's see what Tom said about the Broncos. And I'm commenting on this. I'm providing commentary, Tom, so you can't copyright me.
And we can't even put together some functioning offense. The fact that Jamar Chase has given up for the past 2 weeks and Tee HIggins has wished that he got signed by the Patriots. No, that's truly sorry. Maybe some people are not meant to be happy.
I know what I'm going to get Tom for his birthday. We're getting Tom a new Broncos jersey. He's still wearing fucking Osweiler. He's still wearing Osweiler. That's what we got to do. We got to get Tom. We got to get Tom a new jersey. I mean, not New Jersey. He just, that. There's a lot there. If you want to see what else Tom said, make sure you watch the video. We're going to get Tom a new one. We're getting Tom an authentic. I don't even know who our long snapper is. I'm going to spend the extra bucks and get Tom a Broncos long snapper jersey. Okay? We're going to get him a long snapper. All right. Tom has Bo Nix. We're getting him PS2. We're going to get Tom PS2. I'll have it to him by May. By May. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. I was going to go to bed after 30 minutes. We did 44. Appreciate you. Wattenberg. There we'll get him Wattenberg, the center. He didn't almost screw us. PS2 is the cool choice. Oh, wait, it's Fabroni. You're right. Hey, our longest snap is a Frabroni. Yeah, that's who you're getting, Tom. Anyway, appreciate you guys. God bless Bo Nix. God bless that beautiful fucking Bo Nix.